Good evening, everyone. Welcome to part 2 of our show. I am breaking the YouTube shows up because we've been censored, as you know, and they've been knocking our shows into over 18 land on occasion, even though everything we do here is pretty generally friendly to all the laws of the land regarding hate crimes and everything else. It's kind of amazing how they're trying to keep a third party down at YouTube. I'm only doing the second part because it's concise. It's a 1-hour encapsulation of what's happening in America right now. Okay. You got bank CEO Stephen charged with corrupting a presidential administration position in exchange for approving 16 million in loans. Okay. Thanks. I'll take a look at that. I have to isolate it. Hold on just a second. Yeah, so that link's not good. Yeah, bad link. We're going to start by playing Mr. Right as a kickoff. And this is a song I created in about 2 minutes using amazing software editing tools that's available to anybody called Magix.com, Magix.com. Pretty cool, huh? When you can be this creative in just a couple minutes. Of course, you have to be a genius to do this, but that's irrelevant.
Cause you make me melt away. Mr. Right, too good. Just spin my world around. Cause you're the peace I find. Really found. You sweep me off my feet. My heart stops to beat. Cause you make me melt away. Cause you make me melt away. Mr. Right, too good to be true.
All right, thank you very much. We've got constant attacks going on in our show, during the show, and as we are playing the video, I'm actually banning trolls that are doxing us, putting our address and everything out there. Every one of those doxings has been recorded as a 5-year sentence. So you just got 25 years sentence added on to your VPN number, buddy boy. Okay, bank CEO Stephen M. Kalk charged with soliciting a presidential position in exchange for approving 16 million in loans. Wow. Huh. I'll be darned. And he's just like, well, yeah, they're all corrupt, so why should we really take notice here? I mean, 16 million, that's drop of the bucket. What about the $2 billion? Thank you for telling me, but what about the $2 billion settlement against Roundup that happened recently? Oh, yeah. Some guy collected $2 billion on a Roundup case. Bayer is getting slammed with, they say, up to $59 billion in liability for Roundup lawsuits that are piling on to our criminal justice system. Excuse me, our civil justice system. Roundup is definitely, in my opinion, dangerous. In California, it's considered a carcinogen. But for some reason, the EPA has announced that it's not. And now Roundup is using that as a reason to appeal the case and saying that they can't have a judgment against him because the EPA says it's not carcinogenic. So there's going to be an appeal now because the EPA is standing up for Monsanto Bayer. The EPA and the CDC and the FDA have always been representatives of corporations, not Americans. That's a problem. That's why we need a third party, folks. David, my neighbor has been stopping around my place when she sees me outside and watches me. Oh, okay. She's dating someone, but still, what would you say her problem is? Well, I think you're probably dealing with a neighbor who's got wandering eyes. A lot of women are in relationships that are, unless, of course, it's some gay dude. Yeah. A lot of women are in relationships where they find different people out there more interesting than the one they're with. It's a common practice, and that's why people break up. But yeah, but I think what's going on is you're imagining all this, and you should go back to bed. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure Donald Trump's going to go after Barack Obama. Oh yeah, sure. Paul Sperry. Yeah, sure. I believe that. Not Donald Trump works for the same people Obama does. It's the AIPAC Zionist-led control cabal. In no way.
Let's be clear.
I'm
broke.
I'm insane. I'm honest. You're serious? You have pictures you took from your phone, really? Well, isn't that a little stockish of you taking pictures of her looking at you? God. I mean, who's the voyeur here? You or her? I don't think we need to talk about cuckolding. We've all talked about Jared Kushner enough to bring up cuckolding. That's not a topic of discussion for a Technology Thursday. Could you come up with something technological in nature? Add the one says, someone must be doing something over here because I have to restart the page from time to time, and I've had to start 5 times tonight. Yes, we are heavily censored now at iBlog. They shut us down over there big time. Our numbers are stacking in the hundreds of thousands of people trying to get into this show. I've been explaining that to people, and even my core supporters didn't believe me, and now we don't even have some people as ops because of it. And I've got more than enough evidence, add the one, that this is happening. We've got a lot of people who've been saying, yeah, Dave, I've been having a hard time getting into iBlog. What gives? Ever since that Cambodian refugee texted me from his flip phone he bought with a suitcase full of cash, reporting a crime in Thailand, the entire show at iBlog changed. Yeah. Really, I don't follow Mark on Twitter, so I really don't care. Instagram data breach, 49 million users, sensitive data exposed online. Wow. Okay. Let's sink our teeth into this story. Wow, 49 million users, sensitive data exposed online. Wow. I'm glad I'm not on an Instagram account now. Another data leak in Facebook's timeline. This time, it's Facebook's own photo sharing application, Instagram. An unprotected AWS Amazon Web Services server contained personal information of millions of Instagram influencers, celebrities, and brand accounts that have been found online, according to TechCrunch. The guy who discovered the leak and notified TechCrunch the database was discovered by Anurag Sen. The database had over 49 million records exposed online. Biodata, profile picture, number of followers, etc. Say the leaky database belongs to a social media marketing firm called Chatterbox, which is based in an Indian state of Mumbai. Chatterbox. I have heard of this. In Mumbai, this is common knowledge. They are currently harvesting data on Americans. Yes. You did not know that. No, I never told you that. Hey, we got an attacker here. That's all an incredible attack. Yeah, thank you. We're going to put that down on the list. Hello. Welcome to the show. We are tracking all current VPN data on this particular person. Not me, though, personally. People on our show are. Hang on, I got to ask Cortana a question. Cortana?
I can learn to understand you much better if I can get familiar with the way you talk. I need your permission to help. I can learn to understand you much better if I can get...
You can go to hell. It's okay. Go to hell, Cortana. Hey, Dave. Why am I the only one logged on this site? We are being censored heavily. They only let Republicans in here. Yeah. This is all part of the new iVlog approach to shutting us down, Bob. Now, in case you didn't know. We're getting slammed by millions of people because I have an overall viewership of close to 1 billion people worldwide on UHF. And even our core supporters didn't even believe me, and now they're going to sit back and watch me succeed while they failed. Yeah, I'm riding the snake of censorship every night we do the show. And every night we're defying it, and every night we're going to cut the snake's head off. Yeah, those were the good old days, huh? The Yahoo chat days. Well, you'll have a chance to actually... let me see if I can get my Skype show going here. All right. Yeah, in fact, half the globe does, Bob. Most people around the world don't have internet connections like you and I do. Most people are without the internet connection, period. So they have to harvest information that they can gather from the news on our show and other shows. So they tune into this. Yeah, that's how the world works. You weren't told that because you live in America. Yep, that was posted on the UHF screen. That's correct. Nothing I can do to control that. But it's not on the recorded video, so you're good. Nothing to worry about. Yeah. Trump-Pelosi feud theater for the GOP. I don't think this is theater. I think this is a lot more serious. Pelosi's just starting to realize the caucuses are getting hot and heavy under their caucus. It's not satellite TV. It's a UHF signal. It's like rabbit ears. What's wrong with you? Are you unable to comprehend things? That's right. You have an 85 IQ. I forgot. Okay, well, I'll make it simple for you. They can't see your internet, dude. Okay? Assange indicted after under Espionage Act, raising First Amendment issues. Why did Donald Trump turn on him when he openly said he read WikiLeaks, and then he said he would never do that? And he was very upset. And even Pence lied and said that Donald Trump never really endorsed WikiLeaks, even though he did on camera. You could make yourself into a mold? Oh, that's nice. I don't think you should buy anything for anyone. I think you should save your money or buy some sardines and peanut butter because you're going to need them. We're heading toward a disastrous economy. Remember, Trump's in charge. That's supposed to inspire fear, not confidence. Well, Julian Assange did nothing more than Chelsea Manning. I mean, what the hell? Why would you attack Julian Assange when Chelsea Manning's had a sex change operation courtesy of Uncle Sam? I mean, let's be real. Yeah, well, I'm sure you love to play games with people online too, but the days of game playing really are over. I mean, in just a few short years, the NSA will have your name and number and everything about you written into a digital profile that will include your voice print. And every single voice that you make, even the calls to me and the death threats, will be tracked to your location, your physical location of where your phone is. You won't be able to evade the NSA in the future. Their big brother is not only watching, but they're going to kick your ass. So you people who think you can hide from that, forget it. They already repealed net neutrality. I mean, Ajit Pai had no problem doing that. He was working for his warlords in Mumbai. Yeah, net neutrality's gone. Just a slippery slope now, on the way to being zip-tied and sent to the FEMA camp. So get ready, America. Grab your ankles and grease up. You're on your way to the future police state controlled by Big Brother and the New World Order. And if you don't build this third party with me right now, you're screwed. So let's get together and build this party. What do you say? Yeah, I have a new motto. That's right, add the one. The mainstream media loves to lie. And you love this show because I can be myself and be open-minded. Exactly. That's what I love about the show, too. That's why I do the show. I actually get intrinsic rewards from doing the show, whereas if I didn't do the show, I'd feel like completely shut out. Like I wasn't able to do anything. Many years ago, 10 years ago actually, I was talking too much. And Sarah is, as you know, not a big talker. She talks on the show, but not in general. And I was talking too much. And she really didn't want to hear it. It was politics mostly. And I'd be complaining. And she didn't want to hear complaints. So I said, well, I need a venue where I can talk and complain. So I created a show on radio at Blog Talk Radio. And within about a week of doing that, I found Blog TV, and I was on the way to doing a show endlessly every day. August of 2008, I believe it was. And by November, November, the election happened, November 4th of 2008. I was pretty much burnt out from 500 hours of constant doing a show. I was every day, 10 hours a day. Now I do 5 hours live, and I do 5 hours live and 4 hours of video where I talk over the mic. Yeah. But I was at the point where I really didn't want to carry on in a way. I mean, I was like, wow, I was so frustrated. I'd sent out 200 press releases and not one was returned with an email. Yet I got a call from a guy I dormed with at UCLA who had heard about me through the press releases and said, yeah, I heard you were running for president. So I know the media got my press releases, but they totally ignored me.
Hi, good morning. As you can see, I'm still wearing the shirt I wore last night and yesterday at Blog TV. It's exhilarating to do Blog TV. We've been having an incredible time. This is in fact day 54. I thought yesterday was day 54, but we did a recount, and we determined that today is day 54 as we approach the election. And as your potential write-in candidate, David John Sponheim, I'm here to show you my hybrid electric vehicle. It's not a plug-in hybrid. That's something I want to build at the U.S. Auto Corporation that I want you, the people, to own. Check out this vehicle. Isn't that a beautiful car? Everywhere we go, we get looks.
Hey, yeah, I still have that car, by the way. It is fantastic. I did not get your link. I got it now. 2012 program coming up. 8 minutes and 21 seconds. That's good. Thank you, Misanthropy. You're coming through on the links. As you know, we've had a major loss at one of our websites, and it's heavily censored. They may be IP banning people in there. Yeah, it's serious. You know, I can't represent Larry Sinclair, and you're the guy who's going to have to contact Larry Sinclair directly. You're obsessed with him. Really? Okay, well, yeah, what happened to Frank Cali is not pleasant, from what I heard. You tell me. Yeah, I'm not a mob guy, but I can tell you I won't step on the mob's footprint. I won't do the mob's bidding, but I won't step on their footprint. In other words, like we need to deal with environmental waste problems. And we know that the mob has a big stake in environmental protection, believe it or not. What I want to offer is a place to put stuff for free. That they do the lifting, they do the union work of moving toxic waste. I just don't want it going into some, hole in Staten Island. I'm going to provide places for them to actually dump their stuff that will be able to get rid of that toxic waste. Yeah. So anyway, I still have this car. It's a brilliant car. It was made about 20 years ago. And It had a it gets about 60 miles per gallon, 55 to 60. It's really good. It was supposed to get 70, but that was if you were a small dog driving in the front seat. So there's Bob. There you go, man. Looking all rough and tough with your dogs there, buddy. Okay, we've got a reverse
Thanks for
documentary.
staying with us. There's a
The true toxicity of social media revealed. Excellent. Good job, man. Yeah, I think we're going to be going into a new mode with your link gathering abilities. Many of you are looking at new opportunities. Misanthropy is coming through. The true toxicity of social media is brought up in this 52-minute documentary called Plugged In tonight. We plugged it into our show. Thank you. Yeah, the car looks exactly the same today. Yep. I have kept it in immaculate condition. I work with the rubber and, clean the rubber and things. Right, and you've got me links. Thank you. Yeah, we've had a kind of a problem with iBlog. A lot of changes have happened over there. We're not sure what exactly, but it doesn't look good. It looks like Mark got to iBlog and maybe bought a few people off. Well, I refreshed the rubber. I use the various products to paint the rubber. Yeah, I actually have, there's some paint you can get online that actually looks just like rubber, and it fuses with the rubber. It makes it look new. It's difficult to do, though. Yeah, you've got to be very careful not to, paint around the edges, and pretty soon the whole thing gets all messed up. Yes, I wax it with 2 types of wax. Actually, use 3 types. I use a nanoparticle wax and a Teflon wax and a Carnauba wax, depending on whether I'm gonna, I do one of those per year, the Teflon wax, and then I'll hit it with a nanoparticle wax, and then a Carnauba for a light buff. I don't know who's coming back here. I'm not sure what's going on. Maxed out credit is gone. I know that Frog Dog can't get in the room. So many people are being blocked out of iBlog now. It's crazy. Your garden's doing really well. Great. Tomatoes, love them. Okra. Yeah, okra is good if you know how to cook it. Southern style. Yeah, they're all missing over there. And I haven't written an email to Scissorfight or anything, but I'm assuming he's okay. He checked into his website, according to someone, that he has a site. He went on it according to the log. So I'm not sure what's going on. I really don't. I don't know. As you know, I've been doing this for 10 and a half years. Nothing can stop me. If people want to drop off, that's their choice. Yeah, I know. I like maxed out credit too.
This just coming in moments ago, Treasury Secretary.
Okay, so Treasury Secretary Mnuchin is still not giving away any of Trump's financial records.
Secretary Steve Mnuchin has now officially rejected the deadline that was imposed by House Democrats asking the president to turn over his tax returns through the Treasury Department. Mnuchin wrote in a letter to House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Richard Neal, quote, "The legal implications of this request could affect protections for all Americans against politically motivated disclosures of tax information, regardless of which party is in power." He goes on to say that he will be consulting with the Department of Justice to ensure the response is consistent with the law and the Constitution, and will continue to...
Doesn't this guy look like the Batman character, the Riddler? I swear this guy is...
review.
He looks just like the Riddler. Riddle me this! The first one, or the 60s version, not the later one. No, maybe it is the earlier one. There have been a lot of them. Holy hemorrhoids, Batman! That's right, Robin. It's none other than the Riddler. He has this cinematic face. I don't know. The Riddler didn't look like him, though. Somebody else. It had to be a different Batman character because the Riddler didn't look like this. Yeah, I don't know. He does have that characteristic face, that upturned smile. I know who he looks like. He looks like Ron Popeil. That's right, Ron Popeil of Popeil Pocket Fisherman fame. Yeah, it's the legendary Ron Popeil. I knew I could spot a face. I am not using facial recognition software available in San Francisco under limited use. There he is, Ron Popeil, everybody. Look at that. If that guy doesn't look like Ron Popeil, I don't know what does.
That request.
I swear he looks just like him. You go. And he's still cooking, Ron Popeil still has his show. And the Pocket Fisherman is still a top seller. Hey, Dave, I'm not trying to offend you, but please take it the other way. That don't pull on how you'd win about Sally Joe Biden won. Well, Captain Howdy, you're forgetting the fact that our show is censored in America, and Biden gets nothing but free press. And I've been doing everything I can to break through the wall of censorship, and the growing number of people around the world watching really does help. But we haven't cracked that barrier, that curtain of censorship. It hasn't been cracked yet. So without a crack in the barrier, I'm still trying to deliver great ideas and do everything I can to run for president, but we can't even get people to, get us in the ballot. Everyone's so fluoridated. The lithium in the sky is just dumping on daily chemtrails, God knows what. Yeah. I think Ron Popeil's a better match for that guy, though. Steve Mnuchin. I don't know, man. He doesn't seem like a trustworthy guy. I have been ocean fishing, yes. I've never been deep sea ocean fishing for barracuda. My dad did that a few times. Swordfish, too. Yeah, I hear that's real challenging. I've just been cod fishing and things like that. You found a good tweet? Okay, good. Okay, we got it. There's absolutely no way the Bank of China would give the unqualified Hunter Biden $1.5 billion to start a hedge fund group without something huge in return. Interesting how much of that money is going into surveillance tech. Any comments, Joe?
On Fox, on Steve Hilton's show, asked for this, is picked up in the New York Times today. He's now calling for this off of Peter Schweizer's investigation. Schweizer's the same team of this organization I used to oversee years ago that did Clinton Cash, that drilled down on the corruption of the Clinton apparatus. They did the same thing on Joe Biden. And what they found out in 2013, his son, Hunter, who was totally unqualified, went on a trip with him to China, and then afterwards stuck around in the Bank of China, which, unlike any other central bank in the G20, reports is not independent, like the Federal Reserve or the Bank of England. It reports to the government. They gave this kid $1 billion and then upped it to $1.5 billion. Somebody totally unqualified to run a private equity or venture capital fund or a hedge fund.
I agree. Steve Bannon's onto something here. Hunter is definitely Biden's sore spot. Not only is he, sleeping with his deceased brother's ex-wife, widow. He's cheating on his own wife, in a divorce with his own wife. Hunter's got all kinds of things. They just found a car with drug paraphernalia that belonged to Hunter. Biden has got big problems with Hunter. And what happened in Ukraine, now being talked about more and more. And now this, a deal with China. I mean, this is big news. I'm glad Biden did this. I will bring this into the show in its entirety at 10 o'clock. So, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, that looks like a good Fox interview. Steve Bannon is looking better, too. I mean, his facial acne is disappearing. I think he's had a few facial dermal abrasion therapy. Or either that, the makeup is great. Look at him. Remember when his face was all pockmarked when he was working for Trump? Now it looks pretty clean. Yeah, I think he's getting some good work. I think Steve Bannon's going to run for president, isn't he? He's talking about it. Yeah. You go, Steve. You know, I don't have any concern about all the people running in the Democratic Party. I really don't. I still think I'm the best choice overall for president, but I don't really have a problem with everybody, you know, throwing their name in the hat. I think it's the more the merrier. Problem is I won't be able to get into their debates because I'm not a suck-up corporate pig like they are. What do they say? Kamala Harris slept her way to the top? That's what I hear. Oh, yeah. No, I would never take down the wall. That's ridiculous. Beto O'Rourke is off his rocker. We need to build up the fence. In fact, it's my idea. Trump stole the idea from me. I have the 1,000-mile container fence for $1 billion now as an alternative. But all along, I was talking about a 1,000-mile fence back in 2008. I'm the one who came up with the idea. Michelle Bachmann took my idea, as well as others like Donald Trump. Well, it's like he took my ideas and then he acted like they're his and he hasn't implemented anything. He's sitting on his hands. And in a way, all of his connections to Russia, you got to admit, it's really his fault. It's not our fault that we're investigating Russia's control of our 2016 election, rigging it for him to win. I mean, that alone indicts him on collusion. I can't even believe we're taking time to find this guy guilty. It's like America's got to work up some sort of a gumption to do anything. I swear this constipated Congress acts like they're sitting on the pot. They can't get off the pot to go to the bathroom. Okay, moving on. Yeah, Trump isn't running the country. AIPAC is. Let's be very clear. Trump is just taking orders from the Russians and the AIPAC Zionists. He's not running this country. If he was, he would have gone after other. He would have gone after other people like Hillary Clinton. She's a big AIPAC supporter. He's going, no, not even prosecuting her at all. Trump does owe China lots of money personally. Yes, he's got loans floated with China. This is how he's operating, Captain Howdy. He's trying to get dirt on China. He's trying to get leverage in this trade war that he himself said, oh, we could easily win a trade war with China. In his trade war, he's trying to get dirt on. So he created dirt by attacking Meng, the CFO of Huawei, and putting her, charging her with crimes. She's now out on bail for $40 million. But I mean, it's ridiculous. He doesn't need to charge her with crimes. In fact, he doesn't even need to impose economic sanctions on Iran. All this is his effort to divert our attention. Not really. I don't think there are a lot of American competitors making some of the Chinese goods. So it's not really, we're not offering an alternative market to China. When you talk about the textiles we import from China, most of the clothes are coming from China. Nothing's coming from American textiles at all. We don't have an American textile industry anymore. China does. So you have to understand almost everything at the store, including clothing, will go up, 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 and away. I know. Well, I had to get out of the room, and whenever I go into a different scene, it hits the music button. Sorry, I didn't decommission the music button. I had it still clicked. My fault. All right, well, this has been great. Well, an example is I'm looking for a car cover for my little car, and I found one made in America for $69. I found one made in China for $19. I am going to buy the one from America. I'm not going to buy the one from China because there's a big difference in quality, actually. I checked it out. You're right. Our failing steel industry is really, really hurting. But you know what really upset me? I don't support Trump at all. I'm running for president. Are you retarded or something? My God, what's wrong with you? Do you not see David Sponheim 2020, America's Third Party? Are you unable to see what the room you're in? Harris slept with Willie Brown, and he later helped her get into San Francisco politics. I didn't know that. Wow, that's very interesting. Thank you. You got some inside information, Bob. No, Trump stole my ideas. I'm not supporting Trump. I'm telling you, he can't even implement my ideas because he's so incompetent. Well, anyway. We heard about the terrible deaths on Santa Anita racetrack yesterday. I'm still kind of pissed off that Santa Anita hasn't fixed their track. 60 horses have died on Santa Anita racetrack since 2018. That's crazy.
After suffering catastrophic injuries.
Yeah, this makes it 25 horses now put down at the track since December 26th. KCAL 9's David Goldstein has been investigating Santa Anita and horse racing deaths for months now.
Our investigation found another 36 horses that died at Santa Anita last year. That's in addition to the 25 that have died since December. And lawmakers who've been looking into those deaths say it's the first they've heard of it.
I was shocked when I saw the KCBS report on the deaths of the 36 horses prior to the deaths of the 23 horses that we all heard about.
Congresswoman Judy Chu is reacting to our recent investigation uncovering more deaths at Santa Anita racetrack. CBS 2 News has learned 36 additional horses died at Santa Anita in 2018. These are horses that had to be euthanized after racing or training at the track.
It does mention that the horse already had a slab fracture in a completely different leg.
We asked veterinarian Dr. Kate Papp to review the 36 necropsies. She treats horses at Penn National Racecourse in Pennsylvania. Dr. Papp says almost all of the horses had pre-existing injuries.
A lot of chronic wear and tear in the horses. Signs that the horses may not have been 100% comfortable when they were racing or training.
Congresswoman Chu says after seeing our investigation, more needs to be done.
We need to make sure that the horses are also not over-raced, overperformed when they are in danger of death because of fractures that were existing in them all that time.
Other local lawmakers say they too are concerned about our findings. Assemblymember Ed Chow gave us this statement, which in part says uncovering the deaths of an additional 36 horses in 2018 raises the stakes. Further reforms may be necessary. And State Senator Susan Rubio also didn't hear of additional deaths until our story.
It's really concerning. As I shared with you, we definitely need to be mindful that we want to keep horses safe.
Congresswoman Chu has asked a congressional committee to look into the deaths. And here at home, a bill is making its way through the state Senate and Assembly that would give the California Horse Racing Board the authority to shut down tracks because of safety. I'm David Goldstein, KCAL 9 News.
Okay, thank you. That was really a sad story. And I don't think it's just the horses are compromised. I think that they're being beaten up by the track itself. Huh. That's weird. Okay. Okay, take care, Add the One. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for being our one and only op. Appreciate it. All right. I don't know what happened to the that one guest. I'm not sure what's going on with iBlog. I can't even verify anything. No, I don't meet with people, Captain Howdy. Sorry. Especially people tied to the Gambino family. I just don't hang out with you guys. Sorry. Well, that's a trip. I can't get into Skype. I've been locked out. Yeah, I didn't think that would happen. No, we don't need a mod right now. Sorry, Bob. Yeah. Circuit City was great. But you know, Future Shop was good too. No, I can't meet anybody. I've got a high security profile. Yeah, I was trying to get into Skype tonight. I don't know what the heck happened. It will not recognize it won't send me a number to my number, and I matched it completely. Thanks for being our op, Adawan. Appreciate it. I can't think of anything we own the market on except maybe some medical devices. America controls the patents on major jet fighters. We do a lot of work with weaponry. Our defense industry is one of our strongest support mechanisms for the GDP. So it's not like I'm a complete peacenik. I recognize the need that money has to come from defense spending, and we certainly need to sell products worldwide. But I'm promoting a high-tech drone missile defense system, and obviously, you know, this country needs defenses, but a drone missile defense system is a concept that I've developed in theory as a kind of a Star Wars defense system, in that imagine drones hovering above the skies in a specific area above our country, unable to travel outside of their zone, locked in time and in the space that they're located. They can't deviate from their known mission, and their known mission will be to defend the skies above us. These drones will be operating on solar power, and will be maintaining their operation on solar power with a battery system that is basically powered up with a hydrogen-based electric generator. While they're actually powering up the hydrogen-based electric generator to run their batteries with solar cells, they're also generating liquid hydrogen, which can be used as a propulsion mechanism to get really fast toward a targeted goal. So say you've got a drone floating in the air, able to move rapidly in defense of our country, and has the ability to also have radar and sonar capabilities, where it can see incoming items rather rapidly and get to that location within the safety net. It will be communicating with other drones with line of sight as opposed to RF frequency, which could be hacked. And this is a technology that probably has never been developed. It's something I'm thinking of in my mind that could be a veritable Star Wars defense system. And these units would actually be docking on board like a ocean docking centers that would be completely automated. Not one person would be on these centers. They'd be able to fix drones robotically. This would be a veritable safety net around our country. But the best part about this drone missile defense system is we can sell this to other countries and provide the mapping system for just their country in the hard memory of that particular AI system. The AI won't be able to communicate, so it becomes safer this way. Now, in this effort to create a stronger nation, I in no way, when I say stop the New World Order, vote a third party, I'm in no way giving up our national security. In fact, I'm regaining our national security and gaining our sovereignty over New World Order elitists that are trying to buy our country off right now as we speak. Bob, David should ask his money back for the pro count. You know, I didn't pay for the pro count, Bob. Max Out Credit, who did pay for he's gone. He hasn't been seen for a while. I don't know what happened to him, too. We lost about 5 or 6 regular viewers at iVlog. It's weird. Wargames believes you have to store liquid hydrogen at 20 Kelvin. No, not necessarily. In a pressurized environment, that's not necessarily true. Pressure and temperature work oppositely. Yeah, you can actually pressurize things and operate on much higher temperatures. Well, tell you what, if this doesn't pan out with hydrogen, we can always put, you know, a C4 charge in every one of these drones and just have them with a jetpack of whatever propulsion system we load it with initially. And then we can reload when we get to the docking center. It doesn't have to be hydrogen. If that doesn't pan out, I'm more than willing to use something more stable at lower temperatures or higher temperatures. Yeah. Yeah, it's all a flexible plan. It's not, I'm not trying to develop a system right now. I'm just showing you what it could be. Seattle is tolling highways. Yeah, I heard about that. That's not good. The more tolls they hit people with, the less likely they'll have traffic in that direction. Right. Well, the thing about the guest thing, guests could come in now. They have to register, Bob. Yeah, it's no different than getting a username and being a guest at iBlog. It's the same thing. Guests used to be able to just fly in here about a month ago. And that was helping our viewership. But we'll still build our viewership at iBlog. It just takes time. So yeah, obviously the experts are going to have to weigh in on something that's capable of traveling at slow speeds and high speeds at the same time. I'm imagining a drone system that can hover and also operate at high speeds within maybe Mach 1 or Mach 2 capability. So it could get to a location rather quickly. I know I'm speaking above your head, sorry. Oh. I'll try to dumb it down so you can understand what I'm talking about. I don't know. Right. Liquid hydrogen is the coldest liquid known, yet when in space the temperatures drop lower than hydrogen with no sunlight. So a colder liquid could be made. It is above your head, War Games. Even the creation of this idea is something I came up with, you didn't. Yeah, I'm creating concepts ahead of you. You're unable to track the concepts because they're already screaming ahead of you. Too bad. You can't even get behind what's happening with chemtrails. You think that's condensation. And we've had this discussion time and time again. It's ridiculous. In a nutshell, Facebook doesn't comport with my community standards for privacy and decency, so we're out. CrossFit shutters Facebook. A scientific or a technological switchover here. CrossFit has shuttered Facebook. Instagram accounts amid a data privacy concern. So CrossFit says, no way, we're not going to hang out here anymore. There's going to be a mass exodus from Facebook. Well, that's good. Then what we need to do is get everybody to go over to Cool Rock. Yeah, that would be great. You know, our online community was hit so fast and so hard a couple days ago that we couldn't even, the traffic was huge. It wouldn't even work. And I'm not sure, the guy at Scraplet must have done something to beef up their capacity because our hits were skyrocketing over there. What I love about Cool Rock is it's fun and it's free and we're not tracking anybody. There's no cookies being harvested. And yes, it does say it's somehow not secure at the top. Only because it's an HTTP site. It's not HTTPS. Believe me, weather modification is very real. Convince War Games of that. Yeah, they've tried to create weather to backfire. It causes mass deaths due to severe weather. Yeah, but that's just the beginning of the subject. If you want to look deep into weather modification, there is a massive amount of information. I've created another website called chemtrailparty.com. If you want to go there and find out more, Chemtrail Party is a site I just put out there for basic information, but we've got a good link library at the top. You can check out chemtrailparty.com. The link button here takes you some very informative links about weather modification. What they're doing is toxic and has had no peer-reviewed studies. It's depriving the Earth of oxygen, which is very dangerous. It blocks light for photosynthesis. There's no proof that aluminum can in any way reflect the sun once it's oxidized. Everybody knows aluminum oxidizes, turns black rather quickly. So the argument that spraying aluminum in the air is going to reflect the sun is absurd. And then weather warfare is being conducted where they can actually create a drought in California and cost a lot of people a lot of money in property value. I think iBlog has some issues. That's all I'm saying. I don't know, are you getting ads from Russian brides and hot Asian women, Bob? Because you go to iVlog, you're getting the ads? Really? Really, you actually saw one butterfly and one pigeon, the last remaining butterfly and pigeon in your neighborhood. Aren't you special? If you want to get to a really good link to convince anybody of anything, chemtrail-wise, just go here. This link I just put up there recently. This takes you to how the government is quietly admitting to the weather modification program. And they're doing it in the most subtle and secret ways. They're putting it in newspaper ads. Here's one right there in LA called Notice of Intent. County of Los Angeles Department of Public Works hereby gives notice of intent to conduct a weather modification program. So they're telling you, they're informing you because they put an ad in the newspaper. You see how that's how the sneaky government works. Anyway, that's a good site to go to. Cool Rock obviously has fun stuff to look at and lots of music. And the best thing about Cool Rock is this link Chatroom Celebrity gave me. Web Oasis, right up here in the right-hand corner where I'm circling. This link right here takes you to a portal to the entire internet and takes you to an unbelievable selection of various different things. We could even play pinball, arcade. Web Oasis is by far the best thing going on the internet, bar none. It's got every drop-down menu for every particular thing you want to do, whether it's web design, news, blogs, you name it, it's got it. And then over on the side here, I like this. This tells you all kinds of things about encryption, password protection. You can get stock information, crypto, Bitcoin information. But the best thing about this is the arcade. Isn't this awesome? I'm not going to play mini golf. I'm going to play pinball. Hit that button. Go to pinball. And have yourself a field day. This is like all kinds of fun stuff at coolrock.com. And go to Web Oasis from there. Oh, that was my worst yet. My worst performance yet. That was truly the worst performance I've ever had on pinball. But yeah, you can have fun doing anything you want. And that's why I created Cool Rock. Fun and free. And we're not monitoring your activity. I want people to enjoy the internet. I'm sick and tired of this being forced to take friends from every imaginable known contact of everybody you've ever met and expect you to sign up and be friends with. I don't want to be forced to be friends with anybody. I want to enjoy the internet. I love exploring. And, you know, this site has a lot to explore. I showed you down in the middle of the Mr. Doob section. You could get to VR. Mr. Doob is like a VR center, virtual reality center from your desktop. And it's getting more and more amazing as we go. But this button right here, it's in the middle of the screen. It's right next to the green one. It's this one. It opens up just a huge amount of stuff. Every single one of these things is amazing. Here you can make music with Inside Music. Really? Cool Rock is censored in the US? In the UK? I didn't know.
Welcome to Inside Music.
We'll have to get a new host for it or something.
I'm your host, Rishikesh Hirway. Ti Amo by Phoenix. The song is being loaded. When it's ready, you'll hear the layers of music all around.
Yeah, it's really cool. You can listen to music, make music.
To hear the song in a new way.
There's a bad tornado in Oklahoma. Okay, you get the idea. Hey, I'm going to sign off here, guys. Thanks for coming in and talking about technology with me tonight. Yeah, I'll be uploading my video of sausage pepper linguine tonight. Beef sausage pepper linguine, I'll be uploading that. And tomorrow we'll be starting Freedom Friday. We'll be talking about some of our most brutal police cases where cops are misusing their power and killing people. We take on some of the toughest subjects. Even conspiracy subjects are discussed on Freedom Friday. Yeah, has to be. We need a venue. We have to keep pushing for freedom of speech at all times, people. All right. We're going to sign off to the sound of Bouncy. Take care, everyone. We'll see you again tomorrow. I'll be in the chat room to talk with people and chat for another 4 hours. Take care. Bye-bye. Third party is the change we need. Accountability in government. Term limits. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know why that didn't work. America is ready for a change. A third party is the change we need. Accountability in government, term limits for Congress, media verification, and a fresh approach to fixing our environment. We need a new direction for our nation. Join us in the middle of the political spectrum for our nightly commentary and discussion at America's Third Party.